all of you. So we are going to take up specific heat sums today, specific heat capacity questions. As you know, calorimetry in your syllabus is divided into two parts. This is the first part, latent heat sums I have already uploaded. So this is specific heat sums which are from the first part of your calorimetry chapter. Now these questions come for a good number of marks. So let's quickly understand what is the concept of specific heat. Now specific heat is, if you have any substance, supposing you have some iron, mass of iron here. So in this mass of iron, this is supposing 2 kg. Okay, just giving an example, that specific heat capacity. What is specific heat capacity? Let us understand it first. It is the amount of heat that is required to raise the temperature of 1 unit mass of this substance. It can be 1 kg also, it can be 1 gram or 1 kg, it can be anything. Okay, so how much of heat is required to raise the temperature of this mass of substance of 1 kg of this substance by 1 degree centigrade. So there are two ones here. The first one is either 1 gram or 1 kg, and the second one is, in both cases it is 1 degree centigrade. Means if it is at 15 degrees centigrade, you have to make it at 16 degrees centigrade. In this duration, from this change, due to this change, how much of heat has been absorbed, that you have to, that is the specific heat capacity. Not for the whole thing, but either for 1 gram or for 1 kg. If you get it for 1 gram, you get the specific heat capacity in CGS. If you get it for 1 kg, you get the specific heat capacity in SI, okay, or MKS. Now the second thing is, we come across another point here, which is heat capacity. Now what is heat capacity? Heat capacity is the amount of heat that this block of iron or whatever, which has a mass of 2 kg, will absorb to raise the temperature of one of this by 1 degree centigrade. Now here when I talk about heat capacity, I have only one, that is only 1 degree centigrade. We don't talk about 1 gram or 1 kg. So heat capacity is for a particular, I can talk about the heat capacity, supposing this duster is made out of iron or something which absorbs heat. So I can say this heat capacity of this duster. I am not bothered about what is the weight of this duster or how much of heat is being absorbed for 1 kg or 1 gram. Okay, I take this duster only and I say how much of heat is absorbed by this one, okay, to get a raise of 1 degree centigrade. That is only heat capacity. If I say specific heat capacity, how much of heat is absorbed by 1 gram of this material or 1 kg of this material to get a rise in 1 degree centigrade. So in case of specific heat capacity, there are two units, one for mass and one for temperature. In heat capacity, there is one unit only for temperature. So heat capacity is of a particular body, okay, of a particular thing that is in front of you, of a particular article. But specific heat capacity is actually for a material. It will be for iron, it will be for copper, it will be for water, like that. So it depends, it changes from material to material. Heat capacity is from article to article. Okay, if the object becomes bigger, heat capacity will become bigger. Okay, so let's see what this question is telling us now. This question has questioned us about both the things, about heat capacity and specific heat capacity. So our electric heater power is 600, raises the temperature 4 kg of liquid from 10. So what are the things to be noted here? This is 600 watts power, 4 kg of mass, 10 degree to 15 degree rise has been given. That is a 5 degree rise. Firstly, what is power? Power is energy by time. Now I keep telling, this power, it can be electrical power, it can be mechanical power, it can be the power that heat, whatever power of a machine. Depends simply how much of work it can do per unit time, or this can be electrical energy also, this can be mechanical energy also. Okay, here we are talking about heat energy. So here in place of power we wrote 600, because watt means always power, okay, and energy we don't know, but we know the time. 100 seconds. It has been heated for 100 seconds. So energy, heat energy that has been given to the 4 kg water is equal to this. Just multiply the zeros. This many joules. This, if this is in watts, this is in second, this automatically comes in joules. Okay. So this much joules, that is 60,000 joules. Now this is not the answer to anything. We have to look here the heat capacity, calculate the heat capacity of 4 kg of the liquid. For that entire bulk of liquid, how much is the heat capacity? The heat capacity of the liquid is simply for 1 degree rise, how much for that 4 kg has taken a heat capacity. Okay, for 1 degree rise, how much of heat it has absorbed, that is only the heat capacity. Because we are not bothered about the 4 kg, as I told, this is heat capacity. So 60,000 has been taken for 5 degrees centigrade. For 1 degree, how much? So 1, 2 and 3 zeros. Okay, that if you write in the standard form, it is going to be 1.2 into 10 to the power 4 joules per, no grams, no kgs, per degree centigrade. Okay. Or you can also write joules per Kelvin, because we are talking about SI units. So put Kelvin there. Okay. So this is the answer for the first one, the specific heat capacity of the liquid. Now we have to find. Now remember, this much of heat was absorbed for taking it up by 1 degree centigrade. Now we want that also for heat capacity, but then we want for 1 gram how much of heat is absorbed. Okay. So for 1 gram what amount of heat is absorbed, we are going to find that now. So for 1 kg how much of heat? So specific heat capacity. Now we are going to find that specific heat capacity is 1.2 into 10 to the power 4. This already tells us for 1 degree we need this much heat. For 1 kg how much do we need? So for 1 kg we need divided by 4, because this was for 4 kgs. This is 0.3 into 10 to the power 4 joules per kg per Kelvin. See the way we write. Okay. So per kg per Kelvin. So per kg per Kelvin. Okay. So this is how you should write the unit. You can also write kg to the power minus 1, k to the power minus 1. That also can be done. So this is the answer of this first question, which questioned us on heat capacity also and specific heat capacity also. Here see, when we wrote this, this is actually given in SI units. Okay. If they want it in grams, you could have divided it by 4,000. Then you will get it in grams. Let's see the next question.